I saw his tag.
She wasn't even qualified to run the WWE. She's running the Department of Education.
So pathetic.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Did you see her, the whole A1 thing?
A1. What kind of
Bigger.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. 1 2. Check. Check 1 2. Yeah.
Look at this.
It's like a wrapped up kite. Huh? Oh.
We took it apart, found it.
Oh, you did at O'Connor many years ago. 16.
I already told my boys.
I know they had them on the table. I was able to get that.
United will never be divided.
Jamás será vencido. Unidos.
gonna be on YouTube?
Oh, yeah.
Is there a site we should look for? Oh, good for you. Social environmental justice. Hey,
There you go.
good for you.
Thank you for joining.
You're not fluent.
But, you know, it was kind of like, oh my God. Farm workers give us our daily bread. That's what he said.
Smile!
Thank you! That's right! The best sign at the end! Woo! Yeah! That's right! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up, America! Woo! Wake up!
Oh, keep it up, you guys!
Wake up! They need to hear it. Serious stuff! Wake up!
No peace. No peace. No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice!
Right? So even though the cuts are I'm running to my car. Thank you.
También procesando lo que está haciendo este gobierno ahora. Por eso estamos aquí.
Ok, ¿hasta qué hora van a estar o hasta qué?
Bueno, después va a ser una manifestación allá, se va a hablar allá y todo, como unas 2 horas más.
2 horas más.
Sí.
Ok, ya escucharon, raza, ya escucharon, así es que véngase, si ya salimos de trabajar, ya salieron, así que véngase, acompañe aquí al señor, ¿cómo dice que se llama?
Oscar
Ríos, así es que véngase, estamos en vivo.
Oh, de veras,
Estamos en vivo.
sigamos
Así que,
adelante, pues. Que vénganse, hay que levantar nuestra voz y hay que decir que no está justo lo que está pasando ahorita, que hemos sido engañados y tratando de culpar a todos los trabajadores no es bueno. Tenemos que ahora más que nunca levantar nuestra voz y decir sí se puede y podemos cambiar esto.
Correcto, bueno, así es que ya saben, raza, si ya salimos de trabajar, si ya están trabajando, vénganse un ratito a acompañar aquí al señor Oscar Ríos, así es que vamos a seguir.
Workers' right!
was it. That's the I listened to
She was always playing.
concerned citizen?
Yeah, no, I have it. Yeah, community enthusiast.
She's coming at 10 a.m. Can you make it?
Yes.
Wonderful. And it's the same place we've had the other one.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I was seeing that. And I'm like, yeah, because one half is organic and the other half is paper. So
that's the way they do things. Yeah.
Right on, Woody.
How you doing?
Well, I mean, hey, that's awesome. She keeps coming out.
It's great that finally we got it. Yeah.
Ya viene el presidente de Mobilize and Children's, ahorita le va a pasar el micrófono.
Buenos dias, buenas tardes, welcome everybody, right? I know, it's been a long day. Happy May Day, everybody, right? What are we doing when the union's under attack? Stand up, fight back. What do we do when the community's under attack? Stand up, fight back. What do we do when the immigrants are under attack? Stand up, fight back. Welcome, my name is Daniel Dodge Sr. I'm with the Monterey Bay Central Labor Council. I'm the president of the Labor Council. I'm with the American Federation of Teachers, 4400 at Cabrillo College. It's May Day, right? We're marking the beginning of the resistance right now, right here. This is it, and you're all here. So give yourselves a big round of applause, right? And while we give a big round of applause, let's give a big round of applause for all the working people in our community and across the nation standing in solidarity today. We have a variety of unions here today. We're going to have some speakers from some of our local unions. We're going to be able to gather here together, and we're going to get fired up and ready to go, because each and every one of you, your voice counts. Right? I didn't hear that, right? Because when there's no justice, there's no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Yeah, there we go. I'm feeling it now, right? I'm going to turn the microphone over real quick to my brother Francisco Rodriguez. It's been an honor. I'm so excited to see so many people stand up here today in solidarity. We want to be able to recognize all the working families, all the working people in our community, from the bus drivers to the custodians to the home care workers to the workers in what's left of our plants at Martinelli's and others. We want to be able to recognize who built this community, right? Labor, immigrant workforce, that's the history of our valley, and we all want to honor that today and stand up and say, when harm to one of us is a harm to all of us, right? Because we're going to fight back, right? We're willing to be able to do in the labor movement what it has to do to be able to move everybody forward. Because when working families move forward, everybody moves forward, right? So I'm going to hand this over really quick to my good brother. You know him. They call him El Maestro, right? But now he's a Teamster, right? So let's give it up for Francisco Rodriguez.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. We really appreciate you being here. Today is May Day, International Workers' Day. Who here is a worker? That's right. We're all workers here. Unless you're Musk, you're not a worker. But we are here because today, as Daniel said, this is the start of the resistance. We want to make sure that we continue showing up, that we continue to say that we are here, that workers matter, that unions matter, that immigrants matter, our LGBTQ community matters. We all matter. Their goal is to make us afraid and to divide us, and we will not stand for that. And you know who will not let that happen? It's people like SEIU 2015, right over there. It's people like CFG 4400, Cabrillo College Federation of Teachers, right over there. It's people like the Teamsters, they're right over there. Please give them a hand. It's people like SEIU 521, child care providers. Give them a hand. It's your plumbers, your carpenters, your sheet metal workers, and the laborers, even the retired ones, right? Give them a hand. That's right, that's right. We are here because you all matter, we all matter, and our unions, our community are going to stand up and fight back, because that's what we do. What do we do when we're under attack? What do we do? Great, thank you, Mr. Dodge.
Dodge Senior. I'm excited. Who's excited, right? Who's ready to stand up and fight back? I think I can see a hand back there. Who's ready to stand up and fight back? Because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take our strength. It's in our unity. So we're going to have to build bridges across borders that we hadn't reached before. Speaking of a bridge builder, it's my pleasure and my honor to be able to introduce to you from Smart 0023. Please, they're the workers that get us all around. They worked through the pandemic. They're on the front line. Please, my good brother Jaime. You're up. You're first, bro. They didn't tell you. I actually know better than to do that.
Good afternoon. My name is Jaime Renteria. I am with Smart Local 23 out of Santa Cruz. I represent the Santa Cruz Metro bus drivers and the Pericles bus drivers. It is my honor and privilege to welcome all of you to this important gathering as we commemorate International Workers' Day, also known as May Day, a day of deep meaning, struggle, and hope for working people across the country. Today, we do more than just mark a date on our calendar. We honor the courage, the sacrifices, and the unwavering spirit of workers who have fought and continue fighting for fairness, dignity, and justice in our workplace. This is where you guys have fought. From the historic labor movements that gave us the 8-hour workday, to the ongoing campaign for living wages, safe working conditions, and equal opportunities, May 1st stands as a global symbol of solidarity. Come on, we can be louder than that, just a little bit more, come on. Let us use this day to reflect, to raise our voices, and stand together, because the strength of a society is measured by how it treats our workers. To all the laborers, organizers, advocates, leaders, and our everyday heroes, we thank you. We stand with you, and much more, we march forward with you guys. Now, if you guys look around each other, look to your right, look to your left, we are all together. We are all united, and this is how we will succeed. Happy International Workers' Day. Long live the spirit of labor and solidarity. I tried my best, guys. I really did. Thank you very much.
I'm Evan Dalia for the bus driver, Smart 0023. Again, brothers and sisters, all our siblings, all my relations, we're here to honor the frontline workers, the people that worked through the pandemic, the people that didn't get a break, the people that were able to take care of all of us and push us through. Right? Yeah. Right, yeah. My honor and pleasure really to be able to do, we're so lucky to be able to have some of the greatest educators in the county, in the community, and across the Monterey Bay. My pleasure to introduce to you from Cabrillo College Federation of Teachers. Please, everybody, give a big solidarity, warm welcome for Enrique Bona.
Well, I'm going to go a little old school. I have to have my notes. I'm an instructor. I'm a teacher. So here I go. So anyway, my name is Enrique Buelna. I teach in the history department. My area of expertise is in Chicano history, ethnic studies. So what I do is I teach about labor, civil rights, right, race, identity, resistance, but I also talk about resilience, right, about culture, about family, about community. But folks, all of this history is under attack. Woo! Trump and MAGA and the MAGA movement are working aggressively to erase the legacy of the civil rights movement. And really to minimize the experiences of people of color and of the working class, as if we're just footnotes in the making of this country. But it's not just history classes, folks. It's more than that. What we're witnessing is the dismantling of broader academic foundations, programs, research, curriculum, all of it centered on the experiences of marginalized communities. So let me be clear. What the key word here is erasure. That is what we're witnessing, erasure. Trump and MAGA are trying to remake history, as if going back to some moment in time, maybe pre-Civil War, right? And look at Project 2025. Pay attention to that. That is real, and it is a very real threat. And by the way, while we may feel safe here in California, we can't afford, right, that sense of safety, to lull in that. We can't afford to be silent, and we cannot afford to be inactive. Look, a few weeks ago I read a piece by a senior White House correspondent from the Huffington Post, and one of the ideas that really stood out in that piece was this idea of a failure of the imagination. So what he meant was that Americans, by and large, have trouble imagining that something bad can happen here. Bad doesn't happen here. Bad happens in other countries, in third world countries, right? In backward countries, banana republics. But the reality is that bad is happening here already. And many of us are failing to recognize that the destruction is unfolding right in front of us and in real time. So let me be clear, Donald Trump is an autocrat. Now, for those of you who may not know, I'm a teacher, so I have to explain my stuff, right? So, an autocrat, right, is a tyrant. An autocrat is a dictator. An autocrat is a despot. So what it means is that Donald Trump does not believe in democracy. He doesn't respect our institutions. Instead, what he craves is the kind of adoration, right, and unchecked power that we see in countries like Russia or North Korea. That is who he is. From the perspective of Chicano history, none of this is new. Being targeted for expulsion, right, whether you're born here or not, is nothing new for us. We've seen this before. But now, the Trump agenda is reaching beyond those boundaries. Now he's coming after all of us. So by the way, all of you all here, you're all Mexican, whether you like it or not. Welcome to the family. But the real question is, what are we going to do about it? Not a rhetorical question, what the hell are we going to do about it? We're going to fight back, kick him out, do whatever it takes to get rid of this man and his movement. Finally, what's missing with Donald Trump, beyond decency, self-respect, and honor, is a basic understanding of history and civics. I'm already on my last page, I promise. He doesn't respect either democracy, nor does he understand the foundations of our country. And frankly, this lack of knowledge, this lack of understanding, by the way, is not just limited to Trump and his movement. Look, I've been teaching for 30 years. I see this a lot in many of our students, and it's disheartening. So maybe at the end of all of this, if we survive this hell that we're experiencing right now, maybe we ought to reactivate, reinvest, right, in our curriculum. Maybe reinvest in history, civics, political science. Because without that understanding, let me repeat that one more time. Without that understanding, we are at the mercy of those who would tear it all down. Trump does not understand what it means to be an American, but we do.
Whoa, mic drop, Enrique, right? Teachers, nurses, and firefighters, you can't take them anywhere, right? Thank you, Enrique. Because I feel that spirit of Si Se Puede with us, right? Yes. Si puede. Se puede. Se puede over here. I can't hear you. That's right. Louder, let's do it again, all together. Everybody do it with our home care workers right here, the child care workers. Se puede. Thank you once again, everybody, for supporting our working families here in this community. Our union density throughout the Monterey Bay is centered in Salinas and in the city of Watsonville. Because we know about that spirit of solidarity here. Because we want to give a big thanks to all those people in 912 that stood for 2 years in solidarity, all those workers that we celebrated the anniversary of the strike from 1985. A big round of applause for all those people that aren't here that opened the door for us. Because we would have never been able to be in this park and stand strong like that, right? Right? And we have nameless people in our community we have to thank for that. So we want to honor all those that came before us. But all those that are coming after us, we have one of the young leaders here in the Monterey Bay. She travels up and down the state of California, representing and working for SEIU 215 home care workers. The headquarters is right over there, right? Because you got to ask yourself, who's taking care of your mom, right? Who's taking care of your family, your elders? To 2015, folks, right? So please, everybody, a big Watsonville welcome for Kayla Gomez. Kayla?
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Kayla Gomez. I have the honor and the privilege of being the political organizer for SEIU 2015, our home care workers, our nursing home workers, our long-term caregivers. And we actually had a member who was supposed to speak today, but she had a personal matter to attend to. But our voices need to be heard, right? Our caregivers are on the front lines taking care of our moms, our dads, our tios, our tias, our aunties, right? Our kids. And so their voices need to be heard. And I wanted to just uplift what our last speaker was saying about a lack of knowledge that there is really nationwide, especially regarding immigrants, right? About us, about our families, about our community. And one thing is, we want to get the facts straight. And the facts are that immigrants built this country. Yeah. Immigrants run this country, right? We keep the country together. Immigrants build things. They teach. They educate. They teach us at schools. They're doctors, nurses, home care workers, child care providers, engineers, right? They feed us. They take care of us. We take care of us, right? And we pay taxes. We all pay taxes, right? We all fund Medicaid. Does everybody know what's going on with Medicaid right now? Yes. So they're trying to transfer all that wealth, all of that money that we raise through our taxes, and give it to billionaires, right? And we're not going to let that happen. That's why we're all out here. And I do want to share that our home care providers, they have been at the forefront of this fight, going out to Washington, D.C., calling their representatives. I know a lot of you all have as well, and we really appreciate that. But our healthcare is under attack right now, and we need to protect it. Another thing is we really wanted to share that one of our members, I'm sure a lot of you have heard about Cleona Ward, but she's a home care worker, and she was detained by ICE early last week. So she went to go visit family in Ireland. She came back and she was detained at the SFO airport. She's a home care provider. She takes care of her son who has a chronic illness, right? And we know that she needs to be back home, not up in Tacoma, Washington, where they transferred her to an ICE detention center. So on Wednesday, she has a hearing, Wednesday, May 7th, and it's very early in the morning. So when you see the flyer, it says 7:30 a.m. That's when the hearing is. It's very early. But we would really appreciate all your support if you all could show up to the county building out there at 701 Ocean Street. We're going to have a press conference and a rally to show her that her union siblings are here and we have her back. Right? We want to know that she's not alone, that she's not going to get lost in the system. And we want to share the message that she needs to come back home. Okay, so if you can make it next Wednesday, I have a bunch of flyers here. You can come see me at the SEIU 2015 Purple Table. But I really appreciate you all being out here, and thank you for all your leadership. Thank you.
Kayla Gomez, everybody. Our next speaker's coming up. Really, I'm excited. I used to work at the company S. Martinelli and Company for many, many years. Union employer. My children were born, a couple of them anyways, with medical benefits because I had a union job, right? Because healthcare is a human right, right? Right? Because we're here today too because we want to be able to shout our voices to we should be increasing Medicaid instead of cutting back Medicaid. We don't want just a minimum wage, we want a living wage, right? And hands off our Social Security, by the way, too, our retirement. Those are the things the labor movement helps bring to you and set the standards for others. So we're going to bring up here some of our Teamster siblings. We're going to be able to speak to you really quick. Brother, come on up and introduce yourself so I don't mess it up, bro. From Teamsters 853.
Good afternoon. My name is Ralph Campos. I work for Martinelli's. Coming up on 27 years. It's a good union job. I grew up on people don't, because I was born here in the United States, that I had privilege. I grew up out in the fields with my mom and dad. I hated the carrots. I hated them. It was my dad was a foreman there, and my mother also worked out in the fields. They were also union members. They belonged to the Teamsters at that time, and they had a pension. When they retired, they had a pension and benefits and stuff. Health benefits. I'm grateful for myself right now. Where you see up here, I got pieces all over, metal all over my body, and because I have health insurance, because of the union, and I have a pension, I didn't have to pay for that. It's all given. We work hard for it. And I appreciate all of you guys out here. And without the union and without people backing us up, we won't get there. We need to fight for that, and we're going to fight. And I just believe in the unity of stuff. See all these people out here, and I'm grateful for that. Like I said, my heart's pumping like crazy, and that's all I got to say for today. And I'm just grateful for everybody. Thank you.
It's always better when it comes from the heart, right? Thank you, brother. Thank you. Teachers, nurses, and firefighters, bus drivers, social workers, home care workers, right? Custodians at UCSC, and let's all give a big round of applause for all the workers at UCSC that come from our community that are on strike today. standing in solidarity with them. So I'm going to bring up from here from PVFT, the Pajaro Valley Federation of Teachers, AFT 1936. In the house, any teachers in the house? Yeah, I could tell. I could tell. Please, everybody, a big Watsonville welcome for Brandon.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brandon Denise, and I am the president of the Pajaro Valley Federation of Teachers, Local 1936. I am also the son of an immigrant. My father came from the Azores and spent his early years working in the Central Valley in the dairy industry, and is now the owner of a small business in heating and air conditioning. So I know what it's like to grow up without privilege and being under advantage. We didn't have health care when I was growing up. And I remember breaking my arm when I was in 2nd grade, and we couldn't afford to go get my cast off. So what did my dad do? He went and got a saw, and he sawed that bitch off. So I am now grateful to have health care, and I can go get myself seen when I need to. So let's get let's turn the temperature up in here. Se puede. Se puede. When immigrant rights are under attack, what do? When LGBTQ rights are under attack, what do? When workers' rights are under attack, what do? And we're lucky to be here in beautiful Watsonville, California, a community that was built by the hands of labor, built by the hands of immigrants, and it was built as a community that came together for justice. So, unfortunately, though, the people who work to produce the fruits and vegetables often don't get to see the fruits of their labor, which is why we have to come together as a union that's united across job sectors, across fields, across classes, across race, and come together and be united. For too long, the people in power have tried to divide us by race, by status, by profession, because they know that when we're united, we are their biggest threat. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. Now let's get that one in Spanish. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. So the Pajaro Valley Federation of Teachers represents counselors, nurses, teachers, from our migrant educational seasonal workers all the way through our adult education workers. We're currently in collective bargaining to secure our health care benefits and secure a living wage, and we're not in this fight alone. So we thank our brothers and sisters in the labor movement who've been showing up at board meetings to stand up and speak truth to power. That's what this is all about, is coming together across sectors to speak truth to power, to secure the fruits of our labor. Because those of us who produce the wealth should be the ones controlling the wealth. So, the purpose of our work and the measure of our success is tied to our students and our families. An injury to one is an injury to all. When farm workers are exposed to pesticides, we all suffer. When healthcare workers are overworked, we all suffer. When any worker, service industry, construction, postal worker, anywhere are denied their fair wages, we all suffer. And when immigrants face exploitation and fear, we all suffer. We're seeing it in our schools where our students are now scared to come to school because of the Trump administration. They're wondering what happens if ICE shows up. Who's going to stand up and fight for us? So I tell them, we will stand up and fight for them. So let's be clear, poverty, racism, hatred, they're not accidents. Those are tools that are used by those who profit from our labor to divide us. But what this history of Watsonville teaches us is the power of collective action and unity. Going back to the cannery strikes, going back to the teacher strikes in the 1970s. And what we learned from those lessons in history is that it wasn't just the cannery workers. They were being supported by the teachers who were coming and helping with the children, dropping off food. When the teachers were on strike, They had farm workers showing up, Teamsters showing up. They were united in a common cause, and that cause was progress, living wage, and social justice. So let's today honor those struggles of those who came before us by fighting harder, standing taller, and chanting louder. Because together we will build a world where every worker is valued, every family thrives, and every child can dream of a brighter future. Because when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. Se puede? Sí se puede. Se puede? Sí se puede. On this May Day, let's carry this energy forward from every field, every classroom, every workplace, every healthcare office, every job out there, because when we're united, we win. When we're united, we win. When we're united, we win. Se puede? Sí se puede. All right, let's go.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm gonna ask this retired school nurse, right? Who's taking care of us. Remember those school nurses? Yeah. She wants to make an announcement. Ms. Kilpatrick, I'm gonna give you the mic.
Thank you for recording that.
Okay, am I in the mic? So one of the issues that I'm a proud member of PVFT retirees. And one of the issues that has been important to our union ever since I've worked for the district and before is the proximity of our schools to fields that are sprayed with pesticides. Overall, the safety of our workers, the safety of our agricultural communities, the demand from consumers for healthy food, and the underlying issue, of course, is the impact on our environment. Now, we know the Trump administration is gutting all our environmental regulations, is yanking funding for the innovative practices. We need to fight back at the community level from the grassroots. So our campaign for organic and regenerative agriculture, our little local campaign is, if you look at this map, you can see there's a bunch of red blobs on there. Those are all the conventional fields that are next to our Pajaro Valley schools. Not all of them, that's a sampling. The ones that are green are the organic fields. Our campaign right now is to turn the red fields green. We want the Pajaro Valley to be an example for the agriculture of the future. The one that has good jobs, good food, and a healthy community. So we have an ally in this campaign. Somebody, I think you know, her name is Dolores Huerta. She is passing through and coming to a rally on Saturday morning. This Saturday, 10 a.m. at there's a little street that runs behind McQuitty School. On one side is the school, on the other side are berry fields. There's a little strip of organic there, and then there are big conventional fields stretching out from there. So that's kind of been a place where we have rallied, and this Saturday at 10, she's going to be joining us. We'd love to see you there. Just come. Park across the street in the East Lake Shopping Center and walk, because there's not much parking in that little neighborhood. So that's a little local thing that you can do, another opportunity to show your resistance and show it with the presence of that great leader of our movement against tyranny, against impacts to workers, and also against pesticides, Dolores Huerta. Please be there.
Who's going to come see Dolores? Are we all going to go see Dolores?
Okay, si se puede.
And thank you, sister. Big warm round of applause for Ms. Kilpatrick here.
I have to say, they've been strong leaders leading in the pesticide movement to make sure that our schools are safe. Strong leaders in safe schools. Has anybody heard of that? Safe schools. As co-chair of the California for Pesticide Reform Board, I'm so proud to have leaders like this in the front line, working every day,
never retired from being a nurse in the community. Thank you.
From the California Labor Federation, Caesar Laura, everybody.
Hey, brothers and sisters, great to be out here and great to see the fight continue. These next years, sadly enough, these next years are going to be rough. But the only way that we could fight organized money is organized people. And that's a sign of what we're doing today and across the state and across the country. International Worker Day. This is where the heartbeat of the valley is, am I right? It's Aztlan.
It's the capital of Aztlan, bro. It's the capital of Aztlan.
So thank you for being out here. Thank you for showing your voice. Thank you to all the workers, to all the working families of the Pájaro Valley, and for everybody being out here. And we did it. Si se puede.
Si se puede, everybody. We want to thank you all for coming. What's different about this May Day is that we're on Trump is just the symptom, right? The disease is those that want to oppress us and stifle our voice and take us back to some imaginary America. And you are the ones that are going to stand up. You are the ones that are going to be a voice for resistance. It starts here. It starts now. Let's go out and let's go forward, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. Se puede.
Si se puede. See you guys on Saturday.
Se puede. Thank you very much, Brother Rodriguez. We have a late speaker who's joining us from county workers who are facing a bunch of challenges. 521. Please, brother, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Jason Johnston with SEIU 521. SEIU here today? I said, is SEIU here today? We got some healthcare workers here, anybody? All right, so I just wanted to take a quick moment. I wasn't really prepared, but I came by, I saw how inspiring this was. I had to just take a second and talk about what we're up against in the county. I work in the county clinic. I do homeless health care. I do addiction medicine. I was out there today in Watsonville taking care of our folks who need help. And all of my brothers and sisters in SEIU do the same work with the county clinic, at specialty mental health, taking care of the folks who most need that help, saving lives, saving the hospital, the insurance companies, our county money with the work we do, keeping people healthy. I want to say a quick word. There's been a proposal to do some dramatic job cuts in our department. They want to fire around 70 people from our agency, reducing frontline workers, helping my brothers and sisters, helping the folks who most need help in mental health, the folks struggling with severe mental health. I know everyone out here, someone in their family struggling with addiction, cutting back the services for folks struggling with addiction, eliminating our labs, so every sick person who sees me has to make an appointment on an app and go across town to Quest and be seen in 2 weeks for their healthcare emergency. I understand that there's budget challenges, but this isn't the way we take care of our community, and we're gonna stand up together in our union, and we're gonna make sure that our patients are safe, and we're gonna protect our agency from these damaging attacks. So just thank you for your time. I want to ask, when they propose more budget cuts, do you have our back? Do you have our back? All right, we appreciate that. We're going to need your help. Thank you.
Thank you again, brothers and sisters. Leave from here. We're the resistance. Let's move forward, not backwards. Thank you for all being here. Se puede!
Good. Good. Oh yeah, no, very well. Very strong. A couple hundred people at least. Yeah, I think 3. 4? Right. I mean, they almost lined up one by one. There was a second row here, and I captured a lot, inside and out. But this is the funnest part, is hearing all the car honks. I love it. It's like music.
It's good. It's a good feeling to be in solidarity with everybody, because you know what? Like Brian says, the Cowboys, no Cowboys.
Right. No, it never has. I mean, unless you got a contract associated, there's really no point in talking to you. It's always been like that. Oh, really?
I kind of know him from the community. So that's why
it's never anybody's problems, and whose dirty hands are going to wash my dirty hands.
Throw the baby out with the bathwater, right?
Love it.
You stay till the end.
Nice sunny day. All right, here we go.
Okay, we gotta take off. See you guys. Nice talking to you.